Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Emerald Wilds. I'm APT Bobcat, and I'm so glad you're all here. In our last episode, we ventured higher into the cliffs of our new area, meeting the snow leopards, the unseen spirits of the peaks. But today, we're heading deeper into the Glen itself, where strength and fire still linger beneath the stone. We'll be bringing back a creature that once roamed Ireland's wildlands, and introducing a new spark of life that carries ancient myth in every colour of its skin. Let's dive right in. So we have our snow leopards in, we have our Koreans in. The Glen is off to a great start. I did notice that I had previously said, "Oh, I'm going to do it in the middle finger," and I completely just missed that and went for the forefinger instead. But I like where it is, and I think it just sits very well. Actually, from this angle, it kind of looks like a boat. I don't know, maybe I'm just seeing things, but to me it looks like a boat. So let's check in on our lovely wee snow leopards, make sure they are doing well and they're happy. Goodness, where are you? Snow leopard, hello. Oh, they're so pretty. Wow, what a jump. He's smiling. Is that he or is that she? I actually think that's the she. She's smiling. You're so pretty, aren't you? Oh, she just looks so happy all the time, which is great. It does say she's still integrating, so she currently hasn't bonded with her mate, but we will hopefully see that soon enough, and maybe we will get some babinos on the way. Meanwhile, our cranes are still breeding like crazy and getting preggers constantly, and we've got our wee baby girl over here still. Hello, little gorgeous mama. Hello. So, there has been a couple of comments, suggestions about what to name some of our alpacas and our chickens. So, I think we should maybe try and do that now. My plan actually for the chickens, however, is to buy some new ones first because unfortunately all of our chickens are starting to die of old age. So, we will get there in a second. Let me just pause the game here so we don't lose them. So I think the best thing to do here is to, like I said, to buy ourselves some new chickens, just because they are all getting on in age. And I've time stopped by times 5 as well, so they should take longer to pass away. But unfortunately, it hasn't really changed much. So I believe there's been 4 name suggestions. Yep, 4. So let's pick 4. We only have 1 page, so should we get him for 10? I mean, he's quite cheap. Why not? Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. And finally, we will get that last one, if it loads. You. Actually, no, you're younger. We'll go for you. Sorry, girl. And if we just send these all to quarantine, and then once they're through quarantine and get them in, we will name them. So I'll speed that up now for us to save us the hassle. Okay, so here we go. Love the names that they, not the names, the sounds they make. Hello, you are our little boy, so we shall call you Hey Hey from Moana. Who's next? Ah! Oh, there's 2. Let me pause that. So Amber, you will now be known as Nugget. And Katura, that's actually quite a nice name. You will now be known as Han Solo. And finally, you, Louise, shall be known as Dottie. So that's our new chicken name, which I'm very happy about. I actually just paused it here. I think. Oh no, they did. Another one has just passed away. Oh, rest in peace, Sally. You will be missed. Oh, that's so sad. So yes, we'll go over here now and we shall name our alpacas. I believe there's been 3 name suggestions, so I think we should go for the babinos. Larry, you can now be called Fluffy. See, you can now be called Wolverine. And do we have another baby? I feel like we do. there we do. I knew it. And Pedro, you are now known as Shaggy. Perfect. Wee kitties. Aw, look at them. Look at them puppies. Oh, you're so sweet. Aren't you?
Nom nom.
Oh, did you hear him? Nom nom. Oh, you get a new food. Oh, is your mommy doing a poo in front of you? That's just... Get inside. Easier to clean. Oh, good. Oh, see, that keeper is on point. He is that. Anne Welsh, you're a professional. So, I thought, just to start off this episode, similar to the same way we did in the last episode, I'm going to continue fixing up some of the buildings here. So I'm going to do that now, and I shall speak to you all in a second. Right, so I went with the breeze block and the green roofing because I wanted something that looked both natural and intentional, sort of like a modern castle style. And I also added the European plants on top just to add texture and color without clashing too much and to make it look more like the Irish landscape. Obviously, we are called the Emerald Wilds, so I thought having green roofs around the place would definitely bring that together. I've also added in an extra drink stand here and another toilet. So it's one toilet, two toilets, 4 toilets, and I think 5, 6. Is that us? Is that all the toilets? 7, 8. Okay, so 8 toilets, and that's only because I felt so bad because everyone was like holding their areas because they needed to go to the toilet so badly. Also, I finally worked out what's happening here. So basically, I had accidentally deleted the path that connected this, so no one was able to actually get to this toilet, which is why little Miss Grumpy kept getting stuck here and not being able to fix this. I actually did end up moving this around just to make it easier for them to get in and out, but that's now sorted, so I'm quite happy with that, and everyone's able to use the barn, and you know, it's just all coming together very well. So before I dive into our next segment, I was looking through some of the YouTube comments, and there's been a couple of suggestions for... Oh, there's another baby! A couple of suggestions for names, which I really like these ones because they're a lot more... heritage is the wrong word. Like, cultural? So, hang on, sorry, I don't know why I unpaused this, just let them all run crazy. So many. Let's see here. How old do they live? Because I'm scared to name anyone that's gonna pass away. Red crying queen. Oh, well, be species. They lived 40 years. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. So, Aika, you will now be known as Hikari, which I believe means light in Japanese. Really like that suggestion. I thought that was very cool. Kira, you can now be named Ray, which means like grace and or spirit. And you can be called is Kaze. It means wind. Again, oh, he's a Korean, so that just fits really well. And I love this one. Mizuki. Basically, it means beautiful moon. I'm actually going to girl Yoko. Yep, I'm actually going to name her Moon because I think that was such a good name suggestion. And what else have we got? Harrow. You know what? For the sake of it, let's call Harrow Light. And if we find another girl, we can call her Grace. Oh, you Spirit. And I liked one of the name suggestions as well that was made for a girl, which is why I wanted to name babies. If I can find the female baby. Oh, I cannot. Yep, her. So you will now be known as Coco. I think that's a very sweet medium. So there's another baby in here that still needs named. Takin? I don't know. Oh gosh, just realized as well they're in Richmond. They're not happy because they don't have food in Richmond. Oh yes, that's right. I still need to do the research for them. How's our research coming along? We can check that now, actually. Oh, and we got a 9% education rating on the cattle, so that's great. Okay, good. We're getting there slowly. Loaded children's. Do you still have enough space? Yes, you've got so much space. They're really sweet and they're really nice to look at. Like, I would be obsessed with this view here. Could you imagine coming in and just seeing them right at the other side of the barrier? And I put these in so that kids couldn't reach over and get pecked through it. Hello. And I'm not going to pop it, that's not fair. I only pop them if they're flying away, because the guests get a wee bit annoyed with you. Well, I mean, for obvious reason, you're popping their balloons. So, now that we are back over here to our Glen. Oh, someone's running. Go fix that. You go, Travis. Oh, you're running too. Yeah, sorry. So now that we're back into our Glen, I think it's time that we reveal our next animal, our next spirit of the Glen. And I have chosen the Himalayan Brown Bear. And they're also critically endangered. There's only 150 to 200 of them in the wild, which is insane. So just like our snow leopards, hopefully we can get them breeding and we can release some of those to the wild. So let's just see what they need. One male, one female. They can have up to 4 cubs in one mating season, which is actually quite a lot. And they can't have babinos within 48 months of having birth. Okay, so that's not too bad. Oh no. We will come back to you in a second. Oh no. One of our wee sheepies are about to pass away. I know. You're okay. Oh, that's her. Santara. Oh, rest in peace, Santara. We'll need to get in some more sheepies if we're wanting to start our breeding program. The reason I've got them all on contraceptives is because I found out that because they're domesticated, you can only sell them for cash. You can't release them for credits. So I was just planning to replace them basically after so many of them passed away, and just continuously have a loop that way because I didn't really want inbreeding. But yes, sorry. So back to our bears. They sexual maturity at 4.5, and then they go sterile at 25 roughly, and their life expectancy is 29. That's good. So if we can get two that are over 4.5 but under 25, then we're flying. Two of you, and let's just go for 4 just in case. They actually don't need that much space at all. I wonder if I can stay small. Yeah, one of the fingers, maybe a thumb here. It's definitely smaller. I mean, to be fair, the snow leopards could probably have done with a smaller, but they're liking it, and I like their weekly. Think. Oh, I'm not really sure. You know what? No, we'll go for this finger here. Why not? So we will go for their. Is it their pointer finger? ring finger, pointer finger. I think that's how it works. We'll go for this one here anyway. So once the rain stops, I will get started on that. So I'll see you on a second. Okay, so I think this looks pretty good. I'm gonna build another wee like sheltered area just up here as well, so in case people wanted to come out and see it outside, so they don't get soaked in the rain. Because let's face it, there's a lot of rain in Northern Ireland. um, so yes, I wanted to build like another wee not well, it is in the enclosure, but this time you don't feel like you're actually in it, you're just sort of above it. And then I also wanted a wee backstage area just for our bears to be able to come into and chill, and obviously the keepers can come here and make up some stuff or fill some buckets of water to refill any water that might be needed, etc. But for now, I need to get in the bears to see if they can escape. I have a bad feeling they can. I've tried to make it slightly overhang, but here I just have a feeling they're going to just yeet and jump away. So hopefully they don't. But again, we will find out soon enough. No. I don't. There we go. I don't know how to spell that. Oh, good. And they're not that expensive either. And we do have the credits for it. Well, she's the only female, so we'll get her. And then, let's see. 11.6. No, I think he's better. Let's get him as well. Storage. And we will send them to our quarantine up here. There we go. Gosh, I really struggled to get them in here. There we go. So yes, I shall see you all in a second whenever that is sorted. Oh, here we go. Oh, look at Joe. You did a job. He looks like a boy. I think he's a boy. No, sorry. I am so sorry, Anya. Anya. I didn't mean to call you a boy, but let's face it. You're big. Oh, but he's bigger. Okay, so user in. Let's see if you can get him out. Also, yes, it has just started snowing, which is... It is nice. I like seeing the snow, but the issue is building in the snow is so difficult. So let's see. H. And we go to traversable area. And believe it or not, they actually can't escape. And they can get up here so the guests can see a really good view of them from up there. Oh, this is great. Oh, they can't get into their burrow though, so I'll need to smooth this out a bit more just so they can get into their cave. Oh, I'm quite pleased with this. This is a great start. Okay, good. So we know they can't escape, so I'm going to finish up their little enclosure and I shall see you on tech. Long ago, before cities and roads, brown bears once walked the forests and mountain of Ireland. Fossil traces still lie buried in the northern hills, proof that they truly belonged here. They lived and hunted through the Ice Age, sharing the land with wolves and wild boar before vanishing thousands of years ago. But their story never really left us. In Celtic tradition, the bear was sacred, a symbol of protection, courage, and strength. Warriors invoked its spirit before battle, and kings took its name. The ancient word art meant bear, a name that echoes in Arthur, the legendary bear king who defended his realm with unyielding might. Across Europe, people saw the bear not as a monster, but as a guardian, a creature that slept through the darkness of winter and awoke with the spring. They believed it walked between worlds, dying and being reborn with the turning of seasons. And so, here in the Emerald Wilds, their story continues. When the giants vanished, their strength did not fade, it passed into the brown bears, the Wardens of the Glen. They sleep beneath the mountains through the cold months, and when they rise, the land stirs with them. Theirs is the spirit of endurance, of old power reclaimed and reborn. The giants may have fallen silent, but through the bears, their strength still walks the earth. There we go. Look at her, him. Hello! Oh, need to put you into a work zone before everyone starts screaming at me. Oh! Thank you. Yeah, I've moved on my mechanics onto doing souvenir in different shops now as well, so that's what we're currently working with. Let's see about our fat actually while we're here. Okay, good. We're really flying through this. And staff, work zones, Giant's Glen. So let's add you into the Giant's Glen, and we will also add you into everything, so our mechanics can come and fix you up. Stop everyone from complaining. Oh, they're so cute. Are we bears? I think he likes in here. I keep saying, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get this right. Maybe at some point they'll have a baby and it'll be a different color and then I'll just know. Aww. That's so adorable. Listen to the snores. I didn't realize that they needed so much snow, but that was my bad. But I really don't mind. I think it really looks nice and it connects in well with the snow leopards as well. And they needed so much plants. Again, I didn't expect that much, but I'm really happy with how it's turned out. Where is our other bear? Should I be concerned? Probably. Oh, there. No, that's a box. Oh, there. Oh, goodness. Don't be sleeping out in the rain, silly Billy. Fuck, I'm so chopped therein. Are we Wardens? And I think the guests are happy. I'm a wee bit annoyed that they sort of walk through the floor, but the only other alternative to sort of fix that is to raise all the paths, which it can be really annoying. And I think I'll give it a go here, but again, I can't promise anything. I mean, it works. I just think it looks a bit odd. let me know in the comments what you think, and if you preferred it before, I'll change it back, but in the meantime, I'll leave it there, sure, how it is. I can't get to my other stuff that was underneath. But that's okay. We'll just replace them, sure. Facility. I really like these metal benches. I think they're nice, and I think they really suit this area. And the bins, I really like this black and gold. That's sort of the theme that I was wanting to go with in this area. But yes, please let me know what you think. Do you prefer the path raised, or did you prefer it with the wooden paths? I'm a bit torn, to be honest with you. I like both. Yes. Just need to fix these as well. But yeah, I don't know. You're gonna have to let me know in the comments what you think. I'm happy either way. It's so difficult sometimes in this game with paths because the paths are just atrocious. But I still absolutely love the game. It would never stop me from playing it. Oh goodness me. Look at all these errors. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this actually. I think this might actually look a bit better. It just sort of all merges now into one, so maybe I should have done that in the first place. Again, let me know what you think. I really like the wee ivy, and I didn't know if I should put in some water or not for these guys, but I think they like the re-drinking fountain. So that does. It also saves the keepers having to come up too often because, again, this is so far out of the way. Oh. Now that we have our Wardens of the Glen in, our Spirits of Endurance, I wanted to do something for the first time in this series, which is I wanted to add a very special animal, our very first exhibit species. For anyone who's new to Planet Zoo, exhibits are smaller enclosures. If I just show you here, they're in facilities. Here you go. They're smaller enclosures. They're basically pre-built little boxes, I guess would be the best way to describe it. And they hold the tiniest creatures. I've just seen another. Oh, Shauna, the sheep. Oh, goodness. Shauna, the Hydra. That's so sad. You go for your final stroll, Shauna. That's her. Rest in peace, Shauna. Oh, you will be missed. Yes, as I was saying there previously, exhibits are basically little pre-built boxes where you put small animals like spiders, tarantulas, snakes, things like that in. You know, and to be fair, a lot of the coolest animals in this game I think come in the exhibits. So for our first edition, I wanted something small but powerful, a creature that carries ancient myth in every bit of color of its skin. Here we go. The Fire Salamander! So basically, it's once said that these were born from fire themselves, and here in our Glen, I think they will become the spark that keeps the giant's world burning beneath the stone. And they are also vulnerable, so if we can breed them, that will also help. So, 1 to 6, and if we can get all 6, that'd be good. 3 male, 3 females. Let's see if we can get them in now. Well, before I do, I actually want to build up the exhibit somewhat special to match in with the theme that we're going here for the Glen. So I will do that now, and then we will get our little animals in. I'm thinking over here. So, see you in a minute. Hidden beneath the moss and stones lives one of the strangest and misunderstood creatures in legend, the Fire Salamander. In medieval Europe, people believed it was born from fire itself. When salamanders fled from logs cast into the hearth, it was said they emerged from the flames unharmed. From that belief grew the myth of the salamander as the spirit of fire, a creature of endurance, rebirth, and transformation. In alchemy, the salamander became the living symbol of purification, the element that survived the furnace, representing the power to endure destruction and rise renewed. Some old Celtic tales even spoke of fiery guardians in the earth, protectors against spirits of darkness and decay. And so, here in the Emerald Wilds, their legend burns once more. The Fire Salamander dwells in the cracks of the giant's Glen, a spark of the giant's old power, born not of flame, but of the earth itself. It is the spirit of renewal, the fire that smoulders beneath the stone, keeping the Glen alive. Right, there we go. I think that looks quite nice. A wee bit unsure about the water, but I can always come back to it if I absolutely hate it. I think this area, it is quite cute. It took so much more money than I was expecting. So obviously people can just walk over, mind the step, everyone please. And you can head on up and you can obviously see into this. So let's see if we can actually get our Fire Salamanders in. Oh, we've only got 3 boys. Well, we'll just get them all then for now. And we will put just 1 in each. And I'm going to actually try and fill this up, you see, as much as I can. It's just so we've got, you know, quite a few in there. So you are going to go in here. Oop, wrong one, but that's okay. You are going to go in here. And you are going to go in here. Perfecto. Oh yes, that's right. Also, I wanna just gonna rotate this slightly so that not all of them look exactly the same, which is a really good wee tip if you're ever wanting to add in multiple exhibits that are all the same. I'm actually just gonna move and into this one just for now, and then that way we've got all of them so we can see what it actually looks like. Oh, the water comes through. Maybe we should just get rid of that then. I can find it. Where on earth is the... There. So delete that. And we will just delete these, and I will just extend them back up again. Need to pause it actually because they're in the wrong humidity, which I will show you now in a second. I like that one high, and I like this one slightly there. I think that's nice. Is that better? Let me see. Yes, that's much better. Perfect. So if you go in here and you go to the climate, it'll tell you here their ideal range. So they need to be in a temperature between 15 to 24. So let's go in between. Honestly, I'd say 19's pretty good. Maybe 20. And between 60 and 75%. So you're talking, let's go 67. And if we just set that the same for them all, 20 and 67. 20 and 67. And then basically what this does is just over time that will set their climate correctly and they will be much more comfortable in their wee new enclosures. And here in the layout tab, so as you research them, you unlock more stuff like misters or extra leaves, you know, things for them to hide in, which is, it always looks so much better once you've got that. So we'll definitely research them as soon as we can. And then we also need to set up our management so that way they never get too many in each exhibit so they don't start fighting. And what's good as well by that is you can set it up and manage. You go here and instead of store, you can actually just click sell for cash. So basically what that will do is every time they have so many babies and it goes over the threshold, I think theirs was 1 to 6. So anything over 6 basically will be sold for cash and that will bring in a massive increase in money for us, which will be great. Oh, while we're here, oh goodness me, animals, let's have a nosy. Oh, he looks like the dragon from How to Train Your Dragon, Biffless. Hello. Aw, he's so cute. I'm very happy with them. Oh, our spirits of renewal, rebirth. Can we get any more? Not yet, but I will keep checking that periodically, and then that way at least we know what we're working with. So let's just add in some of our donation bins, etc. And we also need to add this into our work zone so our mechanics, etc. can get that sorted. And we have had keep crime below 2 incidents for 3 months. We have done that for 12 months, so for an entire year we have had less than 2 incidences, which is just, that's amazing. Exhibit, yes, I'm doing that now. Basically, that's just telling me that they're not in a work zone so that people can't, the staff can't physically get to them. Edit work zone. So, Giant's Glen, add all of them into it. And then if we go to everything, again, add them all in. And I just realized we don't have these in yet. So, well, it's ATMs. We'd add it as well so that our mechanics can fix them up in case they ever get broken or vandalized, which unfortunately does happen. I don't know why guests come in and decide they want to smash everything, but they do. So let's get some bins over here. So underneath you can actually see just here where the actual pathing system is, which it doesn't really matter because they can still access everywhere, but I wanted to hide it with these hexagonal stones from the causeway just to bring it all together. So we'll add a couple of bins in first, stop any litter, and then we will grab a donation bin. And we will stick them in as well, obviously, increase the monies. So I'm just going to put one on each corner, I think that looks quite nice. Yep, and these have their own special education boards. Education, so if you come in here, you see this, it's a lot smaller than the other ones that we're used to, but they work the same way. You just sort of put them near or even attach them into it, wherever way you want to do it. And our guests can come up and they can look. And they can be like, "Ooh, Fire Salamander, that's amazing, that's really, really cute." And again, it works the same way. The more education, the more money is donated by the guests, which obviously helps our entire sea out in the long term. So let's just get these in everywhere. And then finally, if we just add even one speaker, and say we put it here, for example, if we just put that here, right, like to get that way, change it to the Fire Salamander, and if we make that the size of this area. Basically, as soon as you walk in here, you'll start hearing information about it. Again, that increases the education, which in turn increases the donations. Perfect. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with this. We need a good wee name for this area, so I'll put these signs up. So if anyone can think anything, any wee names for that, please let me know in the comments. Also, I don't think there's much point naming our fire salamanders because exhibit animals tend to breed and pass away, etc. very, very quickly. But again, if you do have any suggestions, please feel free to leave them. And obviously, yes, for our bears as well. They're definitely going to be needed some names. But I think that will probably do us for this episode. I really would like to see someone just coming over here. I might just hurry them along a wee bit. There we go. Let's see what you're doing. Just throw them over. Go see my fire salamanders. Oh, never mind. Well, you know what? That's okay. I hope yous eventually go see the fire salamanders because I think they're worth it. But yes, I hope you've all enjoyed this. And that's where we'll leave things for today. The Wardens of the Glen, our brown bears, have returned to guard the mountains once more. And deep beneath the stone, the fire salamander now stirs, its spirit burning quietly in the earth below, keeping the Glen's old magic alive. The valley feels different now, stronger, warmer, as if it's waking from a long sleep, but there are still more spirits waiting in the peaks above, each with their own story to tell. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, and I'll see you all in the next episode as we continue our journey through the Emerald Wilds. Bye!